the fuck is wrong with you, Pop? Like a maniac. Oh, it's live.
Hey, everybody.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
With a nasty temperament. Ice.
Got your attention?
What is the biggest ick?
Peter Layton wrestling.
You can suck my fucking dick!
Always get wound up by that last clip. Hey, folks, it's Sweet Chin Music, Thursday night, number 18. We got E-Shack, we got the Boss Pop, and myself talking way too much. Fellas, how are we doing tonight?
Doing great, man. Thanks, Becker. Big Papa Willie in the house, dude. Mega Powers for real. You know, we was doing a little backstage gossiping, talking about things, but I'm a little curious to see what we're going to talk about this week. I've watched a few little things, but I haven't been hyper focused like days of the past, brother.
Well, I'm going to start off by saying I watched no Raw. I didn't watch any of Raw. I missed all of AEW Wednesday night. But Tuesday, I did watch NXT. And last Sunday, I watched NXT's premium live event, Battleground. So I watched a lot of NXT, and it wasn't bad. I will say it's a much younger product, and I realized how little I understand the younger generation because I did not know who Sexy Red was.
Oh, wow.
And I've never heard of her. Apparently, she is a rapper and popular, and I don't understand why she kept screaming, "We outside."
Yeah.
When she was clearly indoors. Biggie, can you help me out?
Oh, man, I'm so glad you brought that up. Okay. That was probably the best thing I've noticed in the last 2 weeks since we've been on. Sexy Red was dancing with the Heartbreak Kid.
Mm-hmm.
And the Heartbreak Kid has never looked so ginger and out of date in the history of Heartbreak Kiddom. And my boy Hogan, I'm not even going to second guess it, is in better shape than the Heartbreak Kid. And I'm tired of people saying, oh, Hogan can't get a match. I might have to send this video I got, Pop, to you personally. Because my boy was doing dips, lunges. He was working out with little Hulkamaniacs. And he don't look like he has any issues at all getting through a match, in my opinion, brother. Heartbreak Kid was out there with his stiff back, fucking. He was twerking. He was twerking, and it looked horrible with Sexy Red.
Is it just me, or does HBK look like he runs the Ferris wheel at the county fair?
Yes. He looks like Joe Dirt and Joe Dirt 2.
Yeah. He looks every bit of the miles he put on in the 90s and late 80s. Like that guy is paying the price for his younger days.
I feel like, you remember when HBK did the mockery of Hogan and he went on to Larry King show? I feel like Hogan should do that now to HBK because he looks so much older and crappy than he used to. Yeah,
HBK looks like life has been rough, but he's doing great work working with those kids. But any insight to me as to what the hell? Why would somebody yell "We outside" when they are indoors? This generation, my God.
Sexy Red was fucking annoying.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean she's fucking annoying. I've heard a few things about Sexy Red. We outside. That's like all the horrors. She's a very sexualized. She's like Ice Spice X-rated. Like Ice Spice. I don't know if you know who that one is either.
I don't know what that is, but I get the. Because that was the other thing I noticed. Whenever she got tongue-tied or didn't really know what to say, her go-to move is to just turn around and pop her butt.
Well, Ice Spice was with Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl, so you should know a little bit about her. I would get. Still don't know nothing. Okay. She's got the red.
I'll look it up.
Hair. Yeah, no, it's nothing crazy. I mean, she was definitely at the Super Bowl with they were besties there. But
okay.
Anyways, it's this new generation of these rapping girls that talk about their butts and having sex, and it's nothing.
Like She didn't rap, bro.
Oh,
She didn't
no.
rap at all. She
Well,
just did this. That's not rap.
She's a bit of a kind of like seeing a Snoop Dogg. Like Snoop Dogg ain't gonna do a whole rap song, you know.
Yeah, they don't got that kind of money to pay him.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're little minority celebrities in the smallest form, Z level celebrities, whatever you want to call them, and that's about it. I don't know. I think HBK. I mean, he's funny. People love. Oh, you did the HBK. HBK is a hot trending topic. Watching the Hucklebuck, and our boy ain't here tonight, but everybody's very curious to see if Alan Rude, the comic Viking, is going to do an HBK. If he does it, he can't do no little shitty one. He's got to do a good one.
Well, here's some things you might not know about Alan, but he is a motorcycle enthusiast. We're not supposed to talk about it, but he is. And since I don't think anybody's watching right now, I'll just put it out there into the world. The man owns Chaps. And I've been telling him, since you own Chaps, you might as well do an HBK entrance to the music and everything. And so now I've put a pot sweetener out there. I put a bounty out on it. I'm offering him a comic book in exchange for the HBK dance.
I feel like he dug his own hole at this point. I didn't know all that information, but yeah, that seems like he dug his own hole, really.
If you own Chaps, then you obviously don't care if people see in them, and if that's the case, then do the HBK dance for me. Because Chaps are a weird piece of clothing to me. I mean, I get it. The motorcycle guys wear them for armor. In case they fall off their bike.
I'm running a ruckus in the chat right now because nobody's here.
Yeah, nobody's.
Ruckus. Yeah, oh well. No, I'm glad you're doing that. People are a little... I like how you're like, you want this book, you know, do a little dance for me, because there's a lot of people that are like, they'll just fucking ask you these. I remember whenever I first started collecting Becker, and I didn't quite like beg for books. I would give a subtle hint. I'd be like, I don't have that book. It'd be really nice to have. I wouldn't just fucking say like, I want that book from you, man. Can you? Like, who does that, bro? Like,
and Alan has gotten many beautiful AOKs from me. And to everybody that's waiting for my mail, I'm sorry, it's all in a pile. I need to take it to the post office. I'm gonna make myself go one of these damn days. But I hate, so something about me, I'm not a big fan of going to post offices or waiting in lines.
Me neither.
It's just, I hate society. Like, my wife and I went to a baseball game last night, and we left very early because people were just pissing me off. Like, I'm getting to a point in my life where I'm not mixing well with the general population.
It hit me really hard this year, Becker. I blame it on anxiety, but I just can't hardly go out anymore, bro.
It's a combination of anxiety. Like, I start getting very self-conscious about the space I'm taking up. But then also, it's just people have gotten ruder. Hey to Cali Comics.
We got one. What up, Callie? It's also you gotten older, maybe, and you're just done experiencing experiences. Like, you're pretty.
I really like I like my house. I like my wife. I like my cat. I don't really need to be outside like Sexy Red.
No,
she can yell "We outside." I'll be like, I'm staying indoors.
Did you see where Triple H said, well, at least he didn't twerk, and then a week later he did twerk?
Yeah.
So he called it. He saw it coming.
Yeah. So my boy Ethan Page didn't get it done against Trick Williams. Let's see what Pop's got to say.
Let's go, Pop.
Here I will make Biggie happy.
Oh, okay, the Juice Go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Juiceco art on a beer. I'm not much of a beer guy, but I think Hogan still drinks a little bit. And
I think he was always a Coors man, right?
that sounds about right, right?
Or Miller Lite. No, he's a Miller Lite man.
Oh, Miller Lite. Well, I don't even know. But
when he was in WCW, he had a contract for every night he worked, they had to have a chilled 30-pack for him in the back.
Yeah, I think him and Macho kind of did that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was Miller Lite because Kevin Nash talks about how him and Hall would always go and try to get a couple beers from Hogan.
Yeah,
he'd let him have a few, but then he'd kind of chase, hey, get out of these. These are my contract beers.
Wow. Damn, Hogan was so fucking over, bro. But thank you, Pop. Thanks for. I mean, you're a Hulkamaniac, dude. You gotta let it out sometimes, dude. And so what the fuck are we gonna talk? Okay, so Dom and Liv, they've been making out. It's turned into like a soap opera.
Stupid angle. Everybody knows they're both with another person. I don't know. This stuff just gets to me. Oh, yeah. So, Pop, I haven't watched that yet. He just put in the private chat that we need to talk about who killed WCW. Is part 2 out yet? Or just part 1? Part 1 and 2? Yeah, I haven't seen either one of them yet, buddy. I got to catch up.
Where is it from? What's it on?
It is on Vice TV, but I believe
Vice.
you can watch it in its entirety on YouTube.
Okay, good.
I've heard it's on YouTube, right, Pop?
Yeah, yep. I understand the synopsis of it. We could talk about it. We don't need Vice to hold our hands. I mean, me and Becker watched it all. So did Papa Willie. We have our own opinions. Now we could review the Vice example of it, but people have been talking about this for years. What killed them was it was basically America Online, dude. Like once Ted Turner was out, it was over. I mean, you could blame Bischoff or whoever for all the contracts or whatever, but it was fun.
Honestly, is there enough fingers to point at who killed WCW? Vince Russo, Eric Bischoff, just the economy in general. Because the fact was, like, yeah, they weren't doing as well as they had, but they weren't really in cancellation numbers yet.
No, yeah, that's the thing.
By today's standards, they'd be beating AEW and WWE. Like they were still getting more viewers,
right,
than anybody.
They might not have been in the red. They might not have been bringing in more than they were sending out, but I mean, the numbers they were putting up were still phenomenal. I mean, people were still watching it. They had the future in their hands. I mean, look at what Booker T did in WWE once he went. The last match they had was Booker T getting the strap. I mean, they knew what they were doing, basically. They knew what they were doing.
They just, too many cooks in the kitchen. And let's be honest, who killed WCW? Well, first off, you need to talk about WCW died once before Ted Turner bought it. It was dead. Then the NWO and heel turn Hogan resurrected it. Right? I mean, WCW was deader than a doornail when the Outsiders came in.
Yeah, I would say the Hogan thing definitely was a big jump, but even, the whole Scott Hall should be the catalyst for them turning better.
When Hogan flipped NWO, that became must-see TV for everybody, at least where I lived. Like, man, if you went to high school, like I went to high school during those years, you went to school and you hadn't watched that, like, dude, what are you going to talk about? Because that's all everybody else is talking about.
Yeah, I agree. What could you blame the WrestleMania? Okay, a lot of people point the finger at the part where WCW would give spoilers. and they would say what happened in WWE. They'd be like, "Oh, you don't need to watch this because this is what happened in the main event."
Giovanni, oh, that'll put butts in seats.
Yeah, and then one night they decide, oh, you know, Mick Foley won the world. Everybody, that was the night, bro. They was like, oh, we got to see Mick Foley get one. You know,
Jarrett laying down for Hogan with Vince Russo. That really felt like the end. Hogan walking away in disgust.
I don't think Hogan was very happy. I remember him going on Bubba the Sponge radio show after that. And really, he was not happy, bro. He was very
He wasn't happy in the moment. He was telling him, this is why we're losing. Stop doing this dumb stuff.
I don't know, man. I think that he was a mark for Jarrett. He liked that country music. He thought Jeff Jarrett was the next coming of the big thing, you know.
Well, let's be honest. Vince Russo doesn't know, you know, his ass from a hole in the ground.
I think he gets a little too much credit for WWE's Attitude Era. Like, what the hell did he really do anyway? I don't even know what he did. What did he do?
Put Sable in white satin panties.
I don't know, man.
Cali Comics is saying DDP, DDP.
DDP definitely didn't kill him.
Self high five, baby.
DDP was okay. Here's a good question.
Look at Sable. How could you not?
So when DDP went to WWE, right? They put him against Taker. DDP has been on record of saying in interviews, why don't you put the people's champ against the people's champ? Because DDP was like WCW's man of the people. And you put him against Rock. I think that would have been a better match. But who knows, dude? Did Taker sandbag for him? I think DDP was just a little. He ran out about.
Well, they made him a stalker. I mean, that gimmick was terrible.
He had them big fake teeth. That didn't help.
Cali Comics says Attitude Era was inevitable with the amount of anti-heroes and villains they ran. Name me the Attitude Era babyface. True, like everybody was a villain. Everybody was an anti-hero.
I did
maybe Mick Foley is a babyface, kind of.
Oh, they did that. They did every fucking. They made everybody good, bad people. There weren't real hills. You know, it was like whatever you. It was just a weird time. I mean, my favorite thing from the Attitude Era was DX versus the Hart Foundation.
Yeah,
that was some good shit.
I loved it.
That's about it, though. Out of all the shit, that was probably my favorite. Like Stone Cold and The Rock, whatever. Some of the shit that Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels and Triple H were doing was so funny, bro. Like you get to see Bret Hart be a pure heel and shit on America. That was some that was good Bret Hart stuff. Like that was Bret Hart, my favorite type of time Bret Hart.
When Michaels did Playgirl and Bret was like, hey, you know who reads that magazine, right?
Oh, yeah. He's talking about his wife? Or him? I don't know.
Well, that angle where Davey Boy's wife kept claiming Shawn was harassing her. And Stu Hart called Jim Cornette and yelled at him.
DX and Domination was pretty good. Yeah, it wasn't bad, man. DX was the freaking Attitude Era. Like that, no doubt about it, you know.
Yeah, they were a big part of it.
Yeah, I mean,
Stone Cold to me leaps out as Attitude Era.
Stone Cold was great. Oh, okay. Well, WCW didn't die. WWF just got better. And it took Vince McMahon to be a wrestling personality instead of a announcer, and firing and kicking everybody's ass and
Kiss My Ass Club.
Yeah, Kiss My Ass Club. Battling Stone Cold and The Rock and Undertaker, and then you got Undertaker was solid, and then the DX and all that stuff. And I think the main components was DX and Vince. Stone Cold people. Oh, he brought in the most money. He sold the most merchandise. I don't believe any of that shit. I don't agree with any of that. I think he did okay. I don't think he was the biggest, most over person ever, though. That's just me. King of the Attitude Era spraying the boss with the beer. Yeah. Kurt Angle did it with the milk. It was good. It was pretty good.
So I think we'd be remiss if we didn't at least touch on Clash at the Castle coming up this weekend. Will you be watching it, Biggie?
I'll watch it after it happens. I'm probably not going. I mean, I have it. I can watch it live.
I was going to say, you have Peacock.
I do. Yeah. What times it come on?
It'll be Saturday afternoon, I believe.
Yeah, I'll probably.
It's on in Scotland.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot of these European things lately and out of country.
Because they're getting big tourism dollars to do it.
What's the main events? I don't even know. Let's run the.
So AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes in an I Quit match. What do you think about what?
Are you kidding me?
No, that's the main event. Well, Drew McIntyre is the main event, but the WWE title match, is Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles too.
Oh, okay. I didn't think they'd give him a rematch, man.
Yep, they gave him a rematch. I Quit match. I think the main event will end up being Drew, because he's the hometown guy. Okay. Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest for Priest's title.
Yeah. What do you mean Priest? Oh, yeah, Priest's title that he got from Drew McIntyre, right? Okay.
That he got from Drew while CM Punk interfered. So people think maybe Punk will show up. I actually think they'll probably put the belt on Drew in front of his hometown crowd.
I would guess.
Maybe not. I'm not sure.
So if the odds were small that AJ would beat Cody last time,
they're smaller this time.
They're smaller this time, yeah. Bianca Flair. Oh, thanks, Pop. Good job, man.
Bailey versus Piper Niven, which, I don't care about that match, and Bailey will win. Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable. Now this gets interesting. Will they put the title on Chad Gable? I'm not sure.
I've been hearing people not liking Sami Zayn as much lately. Yeah, it's a little weird.
And then we've got Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill versus Elba Fry, and Isla Dawn versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Yeah, Bianca and Jade will retain there. My biggest, the Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles match will be a banger. They'll go all out for an I Quit match. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. The crowd's going to be hot for that one because Drew, it's his neck of the woods. So they'll be hot crowd.
Well, it seems like a nothing burger of a pay-per-view, but I do love me some AJ Styles. So I'll be watching that.
I knew you were going to watch that match. I was like, well, Biggie will watch that match because he loves AJ.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit. I really would like to see him go against Logan now because there ain't really many good performers left besides Cody, Logan, and freaking AJ at this point. From what I see, I don't know.
So Pop really wants to talk about Jordynne Grace. She's the TNA Knockouts champ, and now she's done 2 jobs for NXT, and she has an open challenge out there, which I figure she'll win. She's got an open challenge for anybody from NXT. She'll take them on for women. Have you seen Jordynne Grace, Biggie?
Let me look her up. I have a bad time with just looking at names.
I mean,
she got like the big butt.
She's like China.
Oh yeah, I've seen her. Oh yeah. No, she don't have a big butt. She's muscular.
Yep, real muscular, but good. Like she can move in the ring. She's
Pop,
do you want to see her tag with Jade Cargill, or do you want her to go up against Jade Cargill? Yep, that's her. She's looking a little beefier now.
She's all man, dude. She's manly looking broad.
Yeah, she may be juiced like Tropicana.
For real. They don't even make juice that real anymore like that. It's hard to find real juice like that.
Pop says against when Jade is ready. Okay. Well, that might be a little bit. In the meantime, I don't know. Like, her first 2 matches have been jobs, so I can't take her. Well, I guess the first one was her in the Royal Rumble, which wasn't really a job. They made her look strong. But she just did a job at the last NXT Premium Live event against their champ, who was like a third of her size, that Roxanne Perez. I mean, I don't know if that was the right move to do if you want to bring in somebody strong. I didn't like that they had Ethan Page do a job in his first match. He felt kind of rushed in.
Did we talk about Dom already, or did we do that backstage?
We kind of talked about him. I just can't do that soap opera bullshit. Like, did you like that, Biggie? Was that for you?
The subtle stuff, and then the right in front of you. That one, I did see a promo where he was trying to get his belt, and she had it, and she said some shit to him, and he was like kind of rejecting her, and he's not doing it right. He should be like Eddie and just smash them all. He should be more romantic. He should be, I'm gonna bang her, and I'm gonna bang her, and I'm gonna bang her, but I'm so in love with this one. You know, he's doing it wrong, bro. He's doing it wrong.
You know what it feels like? It feels phony and weak.
Yeah.
First of all, it's phonier than a football bat because we know too much these days. Like, this is the era where everyone's a smart fan. We all know he's married. We know this is BS. We know she's got a guy too. And this whole kissy face, like, oh, I'll make it worth your while, baby. Like, it just comes off phony. And you're right. Dom's not a good enough actor to fake this.
No.
Dom works better as a chicken shit heel. And when he tries to do this, he kind of looks like weak in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Like, he looks like a noodlehead, man. Like, he can't. He just, yeah, I don't know.
He worked better when he didn't say a word. And he had that other girl, because she actually is a schmutz that likes to show her ass a lot. Like, she enjoys that. The Rhea Ripley.
Are you talking about Pop's woman?
Your woman is a bit of a flirt, dude. Like, that's all she does. Like, I saw another one. She makes me sick. She's like, oh, this is a piece of the mat where my face is. I know how you fans are with DNA. Whatever. Get over yourself. And then the other one.
Pop's getting riled up.
She put her mouth on it. She's like, oh, I kissed it. I'm that man. Get out of here. All you cucks worried about Rhea Ripley's fucking stupid. You can't mute me, Pop. You can mute me, but you can't stop me. So she's just a freaking lush. She's a lush. She's a harlot, and I don't like her. But she's better than Dom. At least she made the Dom thing work. So Dom needs to study some more of his uncle's footage, and maybe he'll learn something how to make that gimmick work.
Well, what was the other thing we talked about? Jordan Grace. There was something else I wanted to talk about with you guys tonight. Oh, I actually wanted to talk about your boy AJ Styles. I was kind of shocked to see he got 2 pay-per-views in a row with Cody.
I know.
Do you think having him lose both, like, is this kind of the wrap-up of AJ's career? Is this like, are we winding down?
I think that the freaking office just knows how money he is. I think they just know how good of a performer he is, and he's really. I mean, he might have slowed down a bit, but it might have went to his favor because his matches are great. Maybe we got a little bit more reason to watch him now. He's a little older. We're worried about him getting out of here. What up, DJ Wise?
Hey, DJ Wise, man. What's up? Yeah, nice to meet you for the very first time. That's a Vlogs joke for everybody.
It's just fun. It just gives my boy another straw in the hat. Like, it don't surprise me he got 2 matches in a row. He's definitely a good worker, and he's now that Dolph's gone, he's definitely the best in my mind. And they're just it's just like how they used to run the off airs or whatever you call them, the show roads. Like, he just performs well with Cody. So you want a good pay-per-view match? There you go, AJ Styles. Now are they gonna make him lose twice? Probably. Is he gonna get another whatever pop? Who's a better worker than freaking AJ Styles right now? Give people credit, man. Your girl Rhea Ripley is a schmutz. I'm just calling it the way I see it. So, would it hurt me if AJ won? No. I think Cody's a little out of his element. Like, you got your story, you got your ring, you got your freaking strap. I'm ready for Cody to just hit the – if you ain't going to do anything, just hit the road, dude. Just hit the bricks. Let somebody really take this strap to another level, you know?
Well, one thing you have to admit, they put on good matches together.
Yeah. Clearly.
And I mean, AJ will shine anybody. You don't have to be great for AJ to do a match with you. But man, I dug their last one, and I think the I Quit match, I think we're gonna get a hell of a story in the ring. Like, these are 2 guys that know how to tell an in-ring story.
I tell you, man, it's almost like they're saying AJ knows how to make Cody look good. Mm-hmm. Can anybody else do this as well as him? And I don't think anybody has. Like, Roman did pretty good, but that's after what, 3 or 4 or 5, 6 matches with Cody. Like, they just work really well together. And I think, like you said, AJ can make a lot of people look good. So,
DJ Wise with a great comment. AJ will shine with a chair or a broom in a closet.
It's the fucking truth, bro. He's the new age Ric Flair, man. Like, he could just make you look real good. He could put a broomstick in a corner and make him look good. Like, it's just the way it is.
You know, that reminds me of before Chris Jericho lost his mind. He had a quote when he had remember that backstage altercation that everybody knows the story of with Goldberg?
Oh, with Goldberg.
Where Jericho schoolboyed him.
That's what they say, yeah.
In front of everybody, yeah. Well, there's witnesses. We know that something happened. We know that he basically did a shoot on him. But anyway, when they were getting pulled apart, one of the things Jericho told him is, you should want to work with me because I can make you look like $1 million,
yeah, or
I can make you look like shit, and you'll never know the difference.
Damn.
I feel like that's AJ Styles. You know, like, he can either make you look like a champ, or if he didn't want to work with you, he'd make you look awful. He'd let ass you, and you would think you suck.
I don't think these guys are on his level, honestly. Like, I used to think Cody might be pretty good, but I've seen Cody muff some stuff lately. Like, Cody, he almost got injured a week after he won the belt. Like, AJ wrestles safe. He don't hurt people. He don't hurt himself. And that's my favorite type of wrestling. Like, you make it look good and people walk away and it's just a cardio event. Like, I'm all about that, bro. Like,
yeah. And I feel like, you did hit on something earlier. This is kind of a ho-hum pay-per-view. They've already made their money off the tourism dollars by having it in Scotland. So they don't really care. They've had it sold out forever now. And they're going to give them a good show, but not a great. This isn't SummerSlam. They're not going all out, but nobody's going to be insulted by by this match, especially. The fans will go home having seen a good show.
Yeah, I think they're going to enjoy it. We don't need to see AJ jumping off a cage and breaking his leg. No, unlike Edge. Yeah.
Oh my God, no, AJ. Thankfully, AJ seems to be a little more sane for a guy that got famous doing some high flying stuff.
There is a match I'm interested in. I think it's TNA. I'm not even sure.
Dolph Ziggler?
No, Moose versus Matt Hardy.
That is in TNA?
Yeah, that's going to be good, man. I know people think Matt's out of his prime, whatever. How are you as disappointed as I am, Becker, watching those Instagram clips of Jeff Hardy singing songs by the lake?
My friend tried to get me to go see him when he was here in Kansas City to play his acoustic guitar, and I was like, I can't do it.
I don't know what to think about. I feel really cringe. I
feel bad for him because I think he's back on the pills.
Oh, well, there's something. It's a little like, what is going on? Right? Does he really think he's a talented singer? Is that what's going on? You think he's?
I mean, I think he's a guy that's got a lot in his head going on, and I think he thinks music is an outlet for it. DJ Wise wants to know if we heard about the rumor about Matt showing up in NXT. I have. I've heard about Matt showing up in NXT, and I've heard because TNA and NXT are obviously entering a partnership. We talked about this before. Jordan Grace ain't going to be doing jobs if there's not, you know what I mean? She's TNA Knockouts champ. She ain't doing this if there's not a deal in place. So, yeah, you could have Matt Hardy showing up at a WWE show. You could have Dolph Ziggler return. And I think it's great. I think Matt and Jeff should retire in WWE.
Yeah, I think that Matt has more of his wits and is still able to perform. But Jeff, it's kind of sad to see his downfall because he was a top tier. He surpassed Matt for years in the later part of their career. Now, what Matt's saying is this is going to be like a throwback, deleted kind of match. It's going to be like one of those, in the house of an extravaganza or whatever you call those matches. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm excited to see that. I feel like there's one more topic I want to touch that was a little interesting. It wasn't WWE though. Just give me a second; it'll come to me.
Yeah, you're fine. We are gonna start to kind of wrap it up since we didn't have a big chat tonight, and I know it's Heroes Con. Everybody's got a live going right now. We know there's a lot of competition. We thank everybody that did stop out. Thanks to DJ. Thanks to Cali Comics. Yeah, for sure. We appreciate you guys, but I mean, it's a pretty dead night for wrestling talk.
I got one more.
Yep.
MJF. That's fun. That's still fun. Still enjoying him. So
yeah, I thought he was good. I think it's interesting having him work against Rush. I didn't watch that match. Or has that match happened? I think it was last night. No, it hasn't happened yet. Oh, Pop don't know. Yeah, he don't watch AEW. I usually do, but I was at a ball game for a little bit last night. When I got home, I was sick of people, and I just needed to lay down. My leg was hurting me. They had us packed in like sardines. I used to like to go to those ball games because nobody was in the damn park, but now the Royals are good. And people are packing the park, and the Yankees were in town. I should have known better.
Oh, shit. It must have been a little fun to watch the Yankee roster. Like, whoa, shit.
Yeah, it was 90s night, so I knew all the music being played.
Okay.
And my wife, she loves the giveaways when they're good. And they had a 90s Royals windbreaker that she's really excited about.
That sounds cool as hell.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I'll have her show. Hey, Jill, can you bring your windbreaker? I want to show it live. Anyway, she's going to go get that.
It might be the same one Bo Jackson had.
Did he have one?
I'm just joking. I don't know.
I don't know a lot about Bo Jackson.
I don't either. I mean, I know he's a Royal.
Yeah, he was a Royal and a Oakland Raider, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, honey.
Oh, man. I didn't expect the yellow top. That's rad as hell, man. Look at that.
Yeah. So, yeah, this was her Royals windbreaker. And I saw DJ Wise's comment. He said he'd be on if he could. We'd love to have you on sometime, man.
Yeah, man.
Be great. So, yeah, little crown on the sleeve.
Oh, that is sick.
Yeah, neat windbreaker.
Very nice, Joe.
She skedaddled. She will never be on a camera.
She threw it and got the hell out of town. I got you.
Hell yeah, she did.
Well,
I
ain't got nothing else. What do you got?
Well, Biggie, what do you got going this week? Tell us what's happening over on your channel. You've been live like every damn night.
Oh, well, you know, if a friend of mine likes to stream, and my buddy D Runk seems to be hopping on with me, so I'm like, I'll hop on if D wants to hop on. So D is actually going to hop on my channel right after this show. And I told him it'd be around 10 or so. So we'll probably hook up in about an hour, 40 minutes or so. But this Friday, I don't think we're going to be doing much. But I do still need to do a top 10 commandments. I do a speculation. And people are already using the books that I was planning on using for my spec. I was just talking about good old Swaggle Rock the other day, and I don't know if you watched my shit, but it was like the same.
Oh, I do.
No, I'm not saying you did. I'm talking about Swaggle House. So I was talking about Swaggle House's video or whatever, and it was either the same stream or the day before, and I was talking about I'm gonna do a bunch of lady pool speculation on my top 10 this week. Well, guess what he did today?
He did lady pool speculation.
He did lady pool speculation. He's like, all of the Dazzler books, get rid of them. Everybody's buying lady pool. I'm like, this mother lover is like.
Do you know who said that 5 months ago on a Hucklebuck episode?
Probably you. Did you joke about it and say that too?
No, I uncoded a series of cryptic messages on Rob Liefeld's podcast. He kind of laid some breadcrumbs for us all. And I had Alan go out and because he didn't have one, he went out and bought Merc with a Mouth, issue 7.
Yep.
And he got it for a song because it wasn't high as it is now. And yeah, he listened to the Becker.
Dang, bro. So I mean, I'm not creating this shit. Like, that's cool. You figured it out back then. But my thing is like, I haven't seen any other speculation channels show the Merc with the Mouth 7 yet. And then I saw it on a thumbnail today. I actually had it on my channel before today, but I didn't do a real top 10. But I'll have a real top 10 with more Deadpool speculation than anybody else could do because they ain't real Deadpool fans anyway. So I'll kick their ass later. No big deal. That's about it.
So Rob last summer got invited to the set of the movie, and he was there for an entire week. And he signed off on the whole Liefeld's Just Feet. They asked his permission to put that on. So he'll talk about the Deadpool movie coming up every once in a while, and I'm an avid listener of his podcast. Well, I guess it wasn't 5 months, about 4 months ago, he makes a comment that he's like, you know, you've got all these spec people telling you what to buy. He's like, well, I'm not allowed to spoil anything, and I'm not going to violate the trust that I have with the powers that be over at the set of Deadpool. But he's like, I'll say this, they don't know what they're talking about. And then about a month after that, he says in an episode, man, when you guys finally watch this movie, you're going to realize you all slept on Lady Deadpool.
Oh, he fucking said that.
He said it.
Oh.
And I told Comic Viking, and I told everybody that watches the Hucklebuck, y'all, this is the book to have for Deadpool 3.
That's gonna be the one.
I might be wrong, and I still could be wrong. Maybe Rob's
No, you're not wrong.
Maybe everybody's wrong. But, you know, if anyone would know, it would be him.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be kind of funny to see all these guys that got every freaking book of Dazzler in the last 6 months, and poof, no Dazzler. That would be pretty funny.
There was an episode of Izzy's show where I told him, hey, I don't think Dazzler's the right spec. I think you should get Merc with a Mouth 7. And he's like, oh, that's an interesting thought. I'm going to clip that. And if I end up being right, Izzy's going to have to live with that clip a lot.
Sheesh. Yeah. Well, there you go, guys. Until we see the movie, we don't know, but it does seem to be leaning that way for sure. It kills me because she just don't have a lot of content. I was looking up Lady. I got a lot of Deadpool. I know a lot of Deadpool. There just ain't a lot of Lady Deadpool content. Like, you got more covers than actual
series
stories.
Coming out at the end of summer.
Okay.
Marvel's doing a Lady Deadpool series.
Yeah, we're done, Pop. You can wrap it up, bro.
Oh, yep. Sorry, Biggie. Friday night, you got a show?
Yeah, Collector Club Friday night. Sunday night, we got Church with Bleecker, and Thursdays, Sweet Chin Music, and then I do the top 10 commandments and stuff.
Pop, you got anything this weekend? You got an auction?
Auction's the 22nd of June.
Thank you, Biggie.
Brothers in Arms with Who Dat and Bleecker. K-Pop. Papa Willie. And me.
Good vibes headed out there to Who Dat.
Yeah. I hope Who Dat gets his book soon. Nobody buy any CBCS or you will be my enemy. Wrap it up, Pop. What, you got anything, Becker?
CJ will be on tonight, I think, he said. Okay.
Yeah, watch the Hucklebuck with Becker and Allen.
Peace, everybody.